Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name is Max, and I got a Pauper challenge today. Not a Pauper League, Pauper challenge. Going to be playing the classic Blue-Red Fae again. This is my favorite deck. I think this is one of the best decks. It's really strong. It's just really good. Pretty classic take on the deck here. But I played in the challenge last week. I played the same deck, played a different sideboard. Um, Challenge starts in about a minute, so I don't have much time to go over the deck, but we'll talk more as we go through the games. Let me just say my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. There's a link down to subscribe in the description below, and below that you can go to the channel, you can check out the last challenge. There's a bunch of leagues, bunch of brews, bunch of tier 1 decks, so check it out, subscribe, throw a like on this video. Okay, now with the last minute, let's go through this deck. Most people know Blue-Red Fairies. It's a pretty standard build, except I play 4 Lightning Bolt instead of a lot of people play 2. I think the card's good. I really like having the 4 Bolt, 4 spread. Shores up a lot of matchups, I think, and just have more reach, more bolts to go face. Last week, I tried this kind of like weird sideboard where I was playing 4 Cleansing Wildfire because challenge, I was expecting Tron, etc. But this time I'm doing something a little bit different. I think I misread the meta actually. There's not actually that much Tron. There is some, but there's actually a lot of elves and defenders. So I'm skewing my sideboard more towards that. Looks like the match just started, but um, I'm playing 3 Cannonade and 2 Sandstorms and an extra removal spell in Flame Slash, which is good against elves and defenders. So against elves, we get to bring in 6 cards and just have like 4 bolt, 4 scred, a braid, flame slash, triple cannonade, double sandstorm. So that seems like the matchup should be so good after that. And then against defenders, we get to bring in 2 sandstorms, which is like a knockout if you can cast it with threshold, and a flame slash. So skewing my matchups more towards those. And against Tron, just have to live with 4 pyroblast and call it a day. But that's the deck. I wish I could go more in depth, but I play this deck a lot. If you look at my channel, there's a lot of other videos of this deck, and I go through like every card and why I play them. But let's just get right into the challenge. Looks like my opponent's not here yet. Round 1 against Chicken and Raffles. It's nice that they're like taking time off their clock here. If the matchup is going to be one that where time matters. Um, let's see. I can go back to the list real quick. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, a lot of people on 2 Braid. I would like 2 Braid. I could go down to 3 Bolt 2 Braid, but again, I like the 4 Bolt. I like being able to go phase. I think it's good. I am on the 4 Frantic Inventory, 4 Augur, 4 Ninja, 0 Brainstorm. I like 4 Ponder, 4 Preordain better. I even considered going down to like 2 Fairy Seer or cutting a bolt or 2 to maybe make room for a main deck Bonder's Ornament and a main deck Electrickery. But ultimately, I decided just to go with the tried and true, the classic, just 4 bolt, 4 shred. I think that's good against a wide range of matchups. And then in the side after sideboarding, can just bring in a bunch of cannonades when I want that. Um, let's see. I like 4 Fjord over 3. A lot of people are on 3 and some Evolving Wilds. That makes sense when you have a couple Brainstorms or you're playing like 3 Brainstorms, 0 Ponder, whatever people do. But I like this mana base and cantrip base better. Did have to cut down on some specific hate cards in the sideboard to make room for the extra hate against wolves and elves. I'm not really expecting to see as much mono white heroic, so went down from 2 curfew to 1 compared to the leagues, and down to 1 gorilla shaman as well. Some people do play affinity, but you don't see it as much, so I think 1 gorilla shaman's fine. You can find it with cantrips, and when you do have it, it's great, but you don't want I think 1 card for that matchup is fine if you're not expecting to face it that much. And again, I'm just like skewing towards like walls and defenders that I'm expecting to face, and then also Trip Hydroblast, good against burn, and then 4 Pyroblasts for the blue mirrors. Looks like my opponent's not here yet. I mean, I don't even think there's much more to talk about. I can discuss how this deck works, but again, there's a bunch of videos on my channel. I mean, it's just a classic ninja deck, so you can go check those out, like I said, but just a classic ninja spell setter augur deck. I think this is one of the best decks in the format. It's my favorite deck, so I'm excited to get into this challenge. I won't keep you too much longer. I'll just pause and hopefully Chicken and Raffles makes it back. I'll see you then. Like about after 6 minutes, they're back, and I'm gonna keep this hand. And let's go. Looks like we might be against Burn. Mountain, go. Not even Snow Mountain. I can just lead Fjord to get my red source into play. I don't need to ponder yet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then turn two, I'll probably just leave up Counterspell and Spell Stutter Sprite. I mean, if this is burn, then my hand is reasonable in this in for this matchup. I don't have a burn spell for like a Thermal Alchemist yet. Yeah, but I can find one. Might even want to go Ponder looking for a Bolt or a Scred. I guess I could do that next turn. Yeah, because then I could Spell Stutter something or counter something and maybe get my Ninja going. And then look for a Bolt or Scred. Because even if I find Scred right now, I can't kill Thermal Alchemist yet. So I'm just going to have to take some damage off that, unfortunately. A lot of burn in the challenge too, actually. I'm kind of surprised by that. Fewer. Okay, can't. I'm not gonna counterspell that. I'd rather leave up like spell setter because I'd rather get this going so I can ninja next turn potentially. Chain lightning. Okay, I will spell setter this. They could like bolt my spell setter, but I'm fine with that trade as well. They're down to only 3 cards left. And they do. Oh no, they bolt me. Okay. It's a lot of damage. I mean, that's a good draw from the opponent. Okay, I'm at 10. Hmm. I think what I'm supposed to do here is ponder, because if I find a bolt, I can just kill this. Um, and I could always choose to just get my ninja going and hope not to die. Okay, this is not going to do it. Just shuffle another ninja. I think I have to just leave up counterspell. Pretty awkward, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Already at 10 and they have a thermal alchemist, so sucks I just didn't have one of my 9 burn spells or I couldn't find one in order to kill that. It's dealt me so much damage. Lava runner. I think I just have to counter this. Just need to make sure not to like let them get a recurring source of damage down. Well, they just did anyway. I think I'm dead this game. Fire blast me right now. Interesting. Just to resolve it. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna die to curse then. I don't think I have any outs now. That was pretty unfortunate. I mean, so many like bolts and screds, and I just couldn't get one. I mean, even scred would have been a little slow there. So, yep, pretty rough. And there's no way that I can deal 19 damage before like 2 turns. I suppose I can try. They're gonna know what deck I'm on anyway. All right. They're on 1 land and a curse, and I need to deal 17 damage and have them not draw anything they can cast. A lot of spells kill me as well. Okay. Ash Barrens. So it's attack and draw to start. I have to kill them next turn, so I'm gonna need to find like a million bolts here and be able to cast them. I'm probably gonna need to cycle Ash Barrens for Mountain too. I just don't know if there's any way I can do enough damage. What I could do is I can just play Island, pass the turn, and then maybe go like double Frantic Inventory, bolt them, cycle Ash Barrens on my next turn. I don't know if playing Augur is actually good. I don't think it is. I'm just gonna pass. That Fire Blast play I think was actually good from the opponent. Thermal Alchemist. Might as well fire off an inventory. Might as well fire off another one. There's a Scred. Okay, I mean, this just isn't going to do it at this point. I have a counter spell, but I'm just dead to this on my upkeep. So I have to deal 15 points of damage this turn. There's just no way, right? I can't. I can attack for 2 down to 13, and then triple bolt doesn't even do it, and I can't cast it. All right. That sucks. I think I can board in all these. I think that's all that I want. I can just board out Frantic Inventory and just keep all my removal to make sure I can kill Thermal Alchemist and not let what happened to me there happen. Frantic Inventory is a little bit slow. It can be good, especially if I draw two, but kind of like siding it out and have things that just like affect the board or kill stuff. I think I like this sideboard plan, honestly. Curfew is reasonable as well, but I think these are all better. Parade's a little bit slow, but it's not like Curfew's that good. Whoops. Yeah, let's just board out Frantic Inventory, board in like this. All right, we got this. We're on the play now as well. Now we know we're against burn. I'm going to keep this. It's not great, but I have Hydroblast, I have a Shred, I have a Preordained to find lands. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Because if I miss, I need to basically hit one land in the top four. Then even then, my draw is not that fast. I think I'm supposed to keep though. I have a lot of gas and I have good cards in the matchup. I can go turn one Fjord, then I draw a card for turn, and then I get to preordain on my second turn. Scry two. If none of those three were lands, I get to bottom the two, get an extra draw off preordain. So I have like 4 looks with 19 out of 53, and it gets better each look. 19 out of 53. So each draw step, we have a 35.8% chance to draw a land. So almost a 40% chance per draw step, and we have 4 draw steps. So we're very likely to hit a land here. Even though this draw is clunky, we make up for it by having a bunch of gas. So we just basically need to survive here. Land? Okay. Okay, there's a mountain. So I'm just going bottom top. It wasn't an island, which sucks, but it's okay. At least if they go like Rift Bolt me, play a Lava Runner, I can just spread that. I do need to hit another land here. Because if they go Thermal Alchemist on this turn, I can't spread it, which sucks. Curse. All right, well, I can Hydroblast that. Land? No. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. I could have jammed an Augur, but I can like leave up Scred and I can Hydroblast this. Thermal Alchemist. All right, I think I'm supposed to let that resolve and then probably Hydroblast the Curse. And then any land and I can Scred this. And then I'm in a pretty decent position. I can also just jam a Spell Stutter Sprite here, but I don't think I want to. Let's just Hydroblast the Curse. Untap. Okay. This actually is fine. At least it's a land. So I can kill this. I won't have spells that are up, which sucks. But I don't want to let them untap with this and just get a bunch of free damage, so let's just take the line. Just try to kill this and then start to stabilize a little bit more next turn. I'm at 16. They have nothing on board right now. Skewer me, I'm fine with that. And needle drop me, okay. Well now, if I'm able to spell stutter a couple spells, I think I'm going to be in a great position. I'm just going to pass. I'll spell stutter anything. I'm at 12. Feeling pretty decent here. Need to draw another land, but definitely going to just jam an end of turn spell stutter. They only have 2 cards. They have 5 lands. All right, let's ponder. All right, let's just draw this ninja last, because I'm even going to just leave up spell stutter again here. So I'm just going to hit my land drop. Not going to shuffle this. And then next turn, if I want, I can consider ninjutsuing in a ninja here, but I'm definitely leaving up spell stutter here. Yep, counter this, easy. They have another removal spell for spell stutter, it's bad, but looks like they don't. Nice. Oh, that was only for 1 damage. I still think it's worth it just to jam. I mean, maybe not, but skewer me. Okay. They have 0 cards left. Yeah, this is looking good for me. What I can do here is I can actually just play Augur of Bolos, because then I have Spell Setter for X equals 3 up. No, it has to be better just to get Ninja going. Most of their spells are 1 and 2 mana anyway. I feel like I'm winning this game. Tap 6 mana, play Fire Blast. So they know about Spell Setter. I could preordain right now looking for more lands, because hitting land drops is good here. I don't actually want to ninjutsu back another Spell Setter because I want to be able to counter 2 drops. I think I like preordain looking for land and then just leave up double Spell Setter. I mean, I think both of these are actually good enough. I already have enough gas. I just need to continue to increase my mana count so I can deploy all my threats. I'm just going to try to win this game by Spell Setters plus ninjas, basically. I could die to like multiple Fire Blasts, but I mean, it's going to be tough for them just because I have multiple Spell Setters and ninjas. Oh, Molten Rain that? They have 1 card left. I almost feel like just double Spell Settering this and then ninjaing back a Spell Setter. I think I'm going to do it. They could have Electrickery, but this increases my clock, uses my Spell Setters at least 1 pretty well, and I get to ninja back a Spell Setter. Okay, they have Searing Blaze, but it's only for 1, right? Okay, so I'm going down to 6, and I get to bring a Spell Setter back still. This is still fine. Bolt. Get to draw 2 more cards. This is just such a good combo. Ninja plus Spell Setter. Another Spell Setter. Nice. Counterspell is actually what I was looking for. Sweet. Now we just need to be able to get there when they're on the play. Skewer, target me, just counter it. And they're just dead on board. 5, 8. Just show them I had it, because why not? Yeah, and they just concede. Okay. I think this sideboard plane is where I want to be. I wasn't expecting Molten Rain. I mean, I do have 4 Fjord, which they can deal me 2 damage with Molten Rain, but I feel like Molten Rain's not that good. A lot of times the 2 damage is relevant, but it doesn't seem that good in this matchup. I mean, my curve is super low. A lot of times if I have 4 lands and they kill one, I'll just even let it resolve, take 2. It's not the biggest deal. I just run it back. Basically just trading out like a draw package for Hydroblasts and another removal spell. And I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. They kept 7. I mean, yeah, I just don't want to keep a hand that's functional here. Lava Runner, okay. Probably just going to cycle Ash Barrens on turn 1, honestly. Flame Slash is actually a good draw here. Definitely want to get my red source right now and get my shuffle out of the way. If they go Thermal Alchemist, I just have to kill that. I'm only taking 1 right now. Keldon Marauders. That's annoying. I might just jam Augur and chump this, or I might just have to take 5 off of it. It's unfortunate. Keldon Marauders is actually a pretty decent sideboard card here, because it might be able to trade for a card and still get 2 damage in, or just deal me 5 damage. So I get Mountain. Don't really want to Flame Slash this, but I might. I mean, it's basically like gain 3 life. The problem is then this hits me again. This is a pretty tough spot here, honestly. So I have a couple options. I can go play an Augur, and then that kind of brick walls this. They could always go land Searing Blaze, if that's my line. Another line is just Mountain, Spread the Lava Runner. Plan to just, again, take the 5 off this. I'm going to be essentially at 14. And then I can preordain this turn looking for lands. I think that's my favorite line. And I still have a Flame Slash to guaranteed kill like a Thermal Alchemist or a second Marauder, I guess. So let's just lead it on preordain and then just spread this right now. I think I just have to bottom these looking for lands. Alright, well, I'm glad I took the line I did because I need to hit land drops. So unfortunately, I think I just had to ignore that Keldon Marauders. I'm not feeling great here. Okay, that's fine. I get to preordain and kill the Thermal Alchemist, and again, essentially go to 14. I think I'm actually pondering here rather than preordaining because this gives me another extra look at a card, and I want to hit a land drop guaranteed this turn. So this gives me 4 looks where preordain only gives me 3. So let's just lead, ponder, looking for lands. Okay, well, I'm not going to shuffle these. That's like actually pretty perfect. And then let's go Flame Slash this, and then just play a Faeries here. I was like, they cannot Pyroblast a Flame Slash. They just cycle, so they might just be flooded. So I'm in a reasonable spot. I'm at 14 versus 3 lands, no board. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to... I guess I could bottom one of these lands. 4 lands is probably enough. They can Molten Rain my Mountain, which would be fine. Actually gonna bottom top. And then I can get Ninja going next turn. If they don't kill one of my lands, I can go get my Ninja down and play Augur. And then once I have my Ninja going, I can just find counter spells with that in my preordains. Lava Spike me. 2 cards left. I'm at 11. Lava Runner. Another spell. Okay. I think I just chump here. No, I don't get to get my Ninja going, but I want to save as much damage as possible. Okay, let's go preordain to start. Could even set up an Augur potentially here. I think I like top. A land isn't terrible, and then I get to guaranteed hit on this Augur. This Augur is brickwalling the Lava Runner right now, and then I have counterspell for future draws. Feeling pretty good about this. I'm gonna top. I guess I could top bottom and just play a blind Augur and then not have to draw another land. Maybe that is better. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Because now I could hit like a bolt or something. Maybe I could even just leave up. No, I have to tap blue red because if I don't hit a spell I want to cast right now on Augur, I can still preordain this turn. So I guess I could have also preordained first there. Well, we did hit Scred, so hopefully they don't hit like. I guess if they bolt this and hit for 2, it's not the end of the world. I think I'm just bottoming here. I want more counter spells. They have 0 cards though. Still have 3 Hydroblasts in my deck. Skewer my thing, tack me down to 6. Okay, I'm in a fine spot. Because I can go... I guess I just play Fjord, Scred this, play Faeries here, leave up Counterspell, and then I get my Ninja going next turn as well. And Spellflitter and Hydroblast. Nice. I think this is... I mean, I'm not out of this 100%, but any lands they draw is completely dead. And I have 3 counterspells, maybe even 4 when I Ninja back a Spellstutter potentially. Or I just Ninja back my Faeries here, but... What do I want to draw next turn? Is it Spellstutter Sprite or is it Hydroblast? I think it's Spellstutter Sprite. Top. Those were some of the best cards we could have seen there. Yeah, I'm feeling great now. I know I'm at 6, but with 3 counterspells in hand, that's only 1 damage. I mean, I think I'm supposed to just counter this and then just get my Ninja going. Seems good to me. And then I can attack with this. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get Ninja going. I'm going to draw Hydroblast here. And then I'm going to replay Faeries here and have spell stutter. I can counter any 2-drop or less. Or, I mean, I also have Hydroblast. Nice. Hate losing to burn, so I'm glad that we're in a position where we can win here. Basically, triple counterspell up. Like that we countered that Searing Blaze for 1, actually. And with this Hydroblast to counter like something like a Fire Blast where my spell setters can't counter it, feeling pretty good. Another ninja would be sick. That's why I also don't want to have too much sideboard cards for burn, because you can just beat burn with your normal game plan a lot of times of spell stutters, counter spells, and like anything else you have. Just like playing your normal plan, I think is already pretty decent against burn. So you'd rather have more cards for other matchups. But nice. 1-0 in the challenge, and I'll see you for round 2. All right. Round 2 against Shadow 2005. We're on the play. This hand looks fine. I'm going to keep. See if the opponent's here yet. I'm not sure. The round just started. Okay, they are. So I can lead Faeries here, or I can just lead Fjord and Faeries here on turn 2. I think I like just leading Fjord, honestly. It's kind of weird, but I think with this hand it might be better, because then turn 2 I could play a removal spell plus Faeries here, or um, I can like cycle Ash Barrens plus Faeries here, or Faeries here plus Preordain, or now I'm just gonna Faeries here plus Fjord, I think. Just get these out of the way. I think the line, actually, I got lucky. It kind of worked out. This might just be the mirror. And if that's the case, if it's snow-covered island, I think I'm just going to top top. Seems good to me, honestly. Top, top. Play Fjord, pass. And then next turn I can go for Ninja, assuming, yeah, they just don't do much. Okay, nice. Now I can go Ninja, kill your Augur, and I'm in a pretty solid position now. I think I'm actually supposed to use Lightning Bolt. I don't think going to the face really matters. I am going to kill this right now, though, before they can untap with counter spells up. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to use Lightning Bolt because they still could be blue-black and they could play a Gurmag Angler. So I get my card here. It's Frantic Inventory. Yes, I want to draw a card. And then I'm just going to Lightning Bolt this. It's tough to learn when to use Bolt or Scred, but you got to think about the possible matchups, what creatures you need to kill. If Bolt and Scred can kill all their creatures or most of them, you generally want to use Scred first so you can Lightning Bolt their face at the end of the game. But okay, they're blue-red, so using Scred would have been better, but ultimately it's not even going to matter too much because these blue matchups are so grindy anyway. I'm most likely to just kill all their creatures with all my removal spells anyway, so this is just the mirror. So time does really matter, actually. Counterspell. It's actually good. I think I'm going to go Cycle Ash Barrens for Island. Play Island, play Faeries here, pass. Leave up Counterspell. I think I'm just going to go bottom. Good bottom, bottom, but I think bottom top is good. Preordain seems like a fine draw. Don't really need more lands. Okay, I'll let that resolve. They just don't play anything. Definitely just jam inventory here. Yeah, they could kill this, but that's fine. If they chose to do that, I wouldn't care. I'll just lead Preordain. Go bottom, top. Play another Preordain. I guess I should play land first, just in case of like spells that are sprite shenanigans here. I'm gonna go bottom top here, and then I don't think I'm gonna play the Augur. I'm just gonna attack and pass with my removal and counter spells up. I'm already a little bit behind on time, but I can play fast, and It's not guaranteed to come down to time in this matchup, but I feel actually pretty comfortable with these mirrors. I've played them a lot, and I feel like I'm pretty well positioned. Okay, let that resolve. I have 4 bolts. They probably have 2 bolt to a braid. I could bring in triple. I think I have an interesting sideboard plan that I might try. I could bring in triple cannonade and just side out like all my fairies here. A little flooded here. I think I'm gonna go land augur. If they counter, I think I'm gonna fight. Yeah, they don't. Bolt. Okay, it's fine. So I have a bunch of removal spells, then a counter spell up. They have 6 cards in hand. Scred my thing? Sure. Don't want to fight over that either. Fjord, sure. Nice. I am going to fight over this again. Counter. Counterspell? Ponder. I'll take it. I think I can just play Ponder here because if they go Spell Stutter, I can kill the Spell Stutter. So I can set up a guaranteed hit on this Augur with Preordain. So what I can do is I can go, then I have to draw Island. Alternatively, what I can do is I can just draw the Augur or Preordain right now. Why don't I just draw? Yeah, I'll just draw the Augur right now. I don't want to Preordain because then I could get Spellstutter Sprite. They could Spellstutter Sprite my Preordain and I can't fight. So I'll just draw Augur right now, then I'll draw Preordain. I'll cast Preordain on my next turn, bottoming the land, and then I'll Augur after that. So it doesn't matter what order I put these in as long as I put Island last. And then I'll attack for 1. Drawing a bunch of Augurs in this matchup is good. If they play a Frantic Inventory, it's kind of bad, but I can find those as well. I have 1 in the yard, they have 1 in the yard. Okay. Just like I said, it's kind of bad. These matchups are super grindy. All right, they have a Brainstorm Shuffle. It's fine. All the cards in my hand are good. Yep. That's good for them. Oh, wow, that's bad for me. I was going to say the Brainstorm Shuffle is solid, but I mean, other than shuffling away extra lands, it's not that insane. All right, I think I just scred this. Use my mana. They get to scry, sure. Don't have a ninja right here, but I could find one off this Preordain. Bottom, bottom. Another bolt. Hitting on all these. I think I actually take Frantic Inventory over Counterspell here. I get to draw 2 cards and then get more Frantic Inventories in my yard, which, I mean, this matchup is all just about card advantage. Oh, and we hit Ninja. I'm going to definitely bring back this Augur. That was an insane draw. Now I'm feeling almost like pretty far ahead here. Get to draw a card and recast this Augur. And I'm dealing damage and Spellstutter. Nice. 6 cards to 5, but I have 3 creatures on board. All the removal spells are basically just 1 for 1 in this matchup. Yeah, they have Braid the Ninja while I'm tapped out. 5 cards in hand, a bunch of lands. They hardcast Ninja. I like to see that. That is good for me. So I'll just start by scredding this. If they try to fight, I can fight back. If they spell stutter, I can counter it. Yeah, this is not going to be good for them. Anytime you're able to like utilize spell stutter in this matchup, it's really good. I think I just go Augur right now, resolve it. Okay, we finally missed on an Augur, but that was like our 5th one. I think it's fine. I will Preordain right now, bottom, bottom. We have a lot of lands on the bottom here, and another Frantic Inventory, nice. They have 3 cards left, I have 3 cards left, but one of them's an inventory. And I have like 4 lands on the bottom, which is really good, actually. Faeries here, okay. I don't even think I need to go for an end of turn bolt here. They just concede. Nice. I mean, they were at 10. I had 4 creatures out, and I had this. Let's see what we were drawing. a braid into ninja into frantic inventory. Yeah, that was gonna be rough for them. So I had like a thought. I mean, I think I like definitely all these because I could side into like blue red control basically. Like I could bring in a bunch of cannonades. I don't know if that's good. It can mop up like multiple spell stutters, fairy seers, and ninjas, so it does seem pretty strong. I don't want to go too low on my own ninja package, but I think I could try siding out all of the fairy seers and just being like super grindy. I mean, these are just so good. Fairy seer is good at enabling ninja. That's about it. I don't hate like even two cannonades. I could bring in. I could try to fit in all three. I don't know if I'm gonna have room with. Let's just see. I haven't really like worked out the sideboard plan card for card yet. I know they could bring in Bonder's Ornament, but most people I'd say don't have them. I actually like. Oh, this was the plan: siding out all the cantrips, and then just like having your deck be all gas, except for like Frantic Inventory is your card advantage engine. It seems super weird, I know, but a lot of times you don't want you don't want your cantrips to get spell stuttered, first of all. Second of all, a lot of times in this matchup you end up drawing your entire deck, and the more cantrips you have, you actually like dilute your threat density in your deck because a ponder doesn't actually help you win the game. It just draws cards. And if you have too many things that just draw cards in inventory, preordain, and ponder in this matchup, sometimes you draw a bunch, but they're drawing a bunch. And then like you're like, oh man, I have 5 cards left, but only one of those cards is a creature and I can't win anymore. So I'm actually gonna try this crazy sideboard plan, I think. Um, what else can I sideboard out? There's nothing else really that bad. I guess I'm only gonna have room for 2 cannonades, and then I need to side out one more card. It could be one ninja because it's kind of hard to get that going. It is pretty good in the matchup, but especially if I'm siding out so much of the package, I could even side out 2 ninjas and just be basically blue red control with like augur, spell stutter sprite for 1 drops, inventories, and just a couple ninjas for the late game. Then I really don't have many ways to win myself, which is something to note. But I have so many. I'd have so many counter spells. I think I'm gonna try it like this. So I only have 11 ways to actually win the game. I have to submit with 10 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna try it. So I'm basically Blu-ray control with a small ninja package. But yeah, we're gonna try it. This hand looks great. And again, I feel comfortable playing the late game. They kept 7. I'm just gonna lead Fjord with this hand. Turn 2, I can play Ponder if I want. I don't have to. Depends what they do. Augur. All right. I'm just gonna preordain and bolt this while they're tapped out, so I don't get ninja'd. It's a good draw. I think I top. I want to hit land drops here. Nice. And having Hydroblast and Pyroblast is nice here. And there's the Bonders. Okay, it's going to be rough now. I sided out my Braid as well. Let's just pass. And these ninjas definitely are clunky with less creatures, but I don't think this is a terrible sideboard plan. Let's let that resolve. The Bonders is going to be rough. I'm going to go for an end of turn inventory here, absolutely. If they play an Augur, I'm going to try to Pyroblast it. Inventory draw 1, that's almost always going to resolve. Cannonade, okay, I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to tap out for Ninja here. It would just eat a bolt. Brainstorm, sure. And I'm probably just going to die to this now. But now I can bring in the Abrade for game 3, assuming there is a game 3. Evolving Wild. Okay, so this is a Brainstorm shuffle 1 card away. Just going to jam this. I can fight over it. I do want this to resolve though because it's like a 2-for-1 basically, and it potentially can get bounced to my hand and get my ninja going. Ah, brutal. Our spell count is even higher. We sided out a good number of creatures and brought in spells. I think we have, with the way our deck is configured right now, we have like a 90% chance to hit on Augur, but we missed. It sucks. I think I just tried to counter this. It sucks if I get spell stuttered, but I get to use my mana now, and maybe this just resolves. They have only 3 cards left. Okay, they blue blast. They missed. Okay, that's good. They bolt my thing. I'm going to try to kill their thing. Just going to lightning bolt it. Again, I'm likely to die to this, but we'll see. Bonder's Ornament is slow. They haven't drawn 1 card off it yet. They'll draw 1 now. Ash Barrens, huh? I wonder if I'm supposed to jam Ninja at this point. Honestly, I don't even think I am supposed to. I'm just going to pass. Also, if they draw their like entire deck with Bonders, it's not even like guaranteed that I can't keep up and just answer all their threats. So that's something I can do as well, especially with Cannonades. All right. Another Ash Barrens is not good. I'm just going to use it now and then. I don't have Ponders in my deck anymore, so I don't need to save them for that. And I don't want to just jam Ninja. They draw. Yep. Also, I can just counter Bonders potentially, but I definitely will bring the Abrade in. I mean, it can also just kill a creature. Okay, let's jam this. I probably should have tapped Island. They're going to draw. Okay. Wow, it resolved. Kind of surprised by that. I think I definitely take Frantic Inventory. I want to start keeping up with the card advantage here. I'm going to jam. Okay, another Frantic Inventory? Do I just jam now? I mean, if they had counter spells, I feel like they would have countered my stuff. I think I'm going to just jam. I'm not that scared of what they can do. If I hit a land, I get to play it. I'll be surprised if this gets countered, honestly. Okay, I have to discard a card, which sucks, but if I hit a land there, I could have played one. They scrap my Augur, sure. Okay, they're gonna get a ninja going. See, this sucks that I missed a land drop there, but yeah, it's just discard Cannonade. Definitely in this game. Okay, well, we have another one. They only have 3 cards in hand. They're gonna ninja here. All right, so they get to draw another card. One of their hand cards is Spellstutter and Stormbound Geist. Okay, let's go. Let's try to resolve this. So they have a Spellstutter in hand. Oh, I have a counterspell and a Hydroblast. I'm likely to be able to just Cannonade right now. They can't really Spellstutter that. Let's think about this turn carefully. So I have 4, 5, 6 mana. I go Cannonade. I have 3 mana left. They can't Spellstutter it, so it has to resolve. Then this will undie. I bolt it. They try to Spellstutter, and then I counter the Spellstutter. I think that's better than letting them untap. Okay, so that undies. Sure. Then I go Lightning Bolt this. They could have Spellstutter plus Hydroblast or Pyroblast here, but I think I'm just going for this. Okay. 2 cards to 5. They have Bonder's Ornament, but my hand is good. Hardcast Ninja. Oh, draw? Sure. Okay, that's annoying, but beatable. I might be able to just ignore that for now. I think I leave Preordain because if I see good card plus spell, I can guaranteed hit on Augur. All right, bottom, top. Okay, Preordain again, and then Augur. I want to see two good cards. All right, bottom top. So it's a blind Augur here. They have Pyroblast. I'm going to Hydroblast for sure. I guess I could Spell Stutter. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's a good thing to get my Ninja going as well. I can just ignore this or kill it later when I feel more comfortable. This has been a cool match. I've already used 3 of my Frantic Inventories. Well, it's surprising that they're just drawing on their turn. Kind of makes them have their shields down. And they drew a Frantic Inventory. Do they have 0 in the yard? It's kind of hard to see sometimes. That's their first one. Okay, so I mean, if they start chaining Frantic Inventories, it could get rough, but also they have to kill me. All right, so I think I'm going scred this, and then get my Ninja going. I can Hydroblast. Oh no, because they would Hydroblast. Okay, but let's hope they just don't have Hydroblast here. Nice. Now I'm going to get Ninja going. Bounce my Spell Stutter back to my hand, which is actually very good. Draw. They have Bolt. I can Hydroblast or Spell Stutter. Yeah. I'm just going to Spell Stutter this if they let me. This doesn't actually work. Spell Stutter Ninja is just such a good combo. So they definitely have a red removal spell or a Pyroblast. Okay, land. Oh, can't play anything else. So they know about Spell Stutter. Frantic Inventory, draw 1 that we knew about. Resolves. My Spell Stutters really only counter 1-drops here. Okay, they draw 2. Now it's kind of getting out of hand. Augur resolves. They missed. Yep. So they still know about this. 4 cards in hand. Would draw 3. I can't actually counter it. Okay. They do have to kill me. All right. If they go for Pyroblast, it's actually really good for me because I just fight over it and get my Spell Stutter down. Frantic Inventory is my best draw. Maybe I wasn't even supposed to Spell Stutter that, but I think I was. Another Ninja or... it's just good to get this down, basically. Okay, land is not good. I can kill one of these right now. I think I'm honestly supposed to. And just hit for 1. They're just going to block here. I could attack with all, but I don't want to get ninja'd myself, so... Stormbound Geist is annoying to see. I know a lot of people have 2. I just don't have them. They have 20 cards left in library. I'm at 18. Okay. Sure. We each have triple inventory in the yard. They draw a card, 19 cards in library. A lot of times people don't have a bunch of bolts either, so right, jamming this. Counterspell, it's fine. Not going to attack with anything. They're going to draw. Wow, they're just really trying to draw and then kill me, which might happen. I feel like they have Ninja in hand. Okay, they have to kill me somehow. Pyroblast, like it. Oh, they're supposed to go for Pyroblast? I don't even think so. I'm just going to wait. I think going for this and then having them play a Spell Stutter Sprite is just too bad for me at this point. Yeah, Cantrip resolves. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, they might be able to get enough gas and kill me. Draw 4. I almost want to just let this resolve. They go down to 11 cards. It's so much. I've dealt with two of their Stormbound Geists already, though. I think I'm going to let it resolve and just try to kill their creatures. Might be a bad plan, but just going to go try to win by mill, basically. I might have left too many cantrips in the deck. Counterspell, let's go. I don't want to try to fight over the board presence right now. But if they don't draw a card with Ornament, that's going to be great. Maybe they don't have enough ways to win. That's why I sided out poor Ponder. They're going to draw 8 cards in library. I have 2 counterspells. They have to deal me 18 damage. Scred my ninja. I'll let that resolve. Just going to try to fight over things that kill me. I'm going for the win by mill. Ninja. I mean, I suppose I can just cast it and then not fight over it. I don't think there's any spell pierces or force spikes. Yeah, I'm definitely letting that resolve because I'm not trying to win by damage. Spell stutter sprite. So they're going to go to try to get ninja going here. I feel like I'm supposed to counter this. All right, this doesn't actually counter it. I thought they might have another spell stutter, so whoa, Magic Online tripping out. All right, 7 cards. 6 cards. Then they're probably getting ninja going here. Hit for 2, bring back spell stutter. But they can't really draw any cards with ninja here. See if they do. They don't. They have spell stutter in hand and 2 blanks. We drew a spell stutter, okay. I don't think they're going to be able to kill me. I mean, they can bolt this. They're going to draw? No, they can't. They just chose not to use ninja. They can't use bonders. This is crazy. Scred that. All right, I'm going to try to fight. Draw? Oh my god. 4 cards in library? They're dead. I don't think they can win. Bolt this. Wow. Just resolved? There's no way they can deal me 16 damage. They have 4 cards in library. I think they just maybe don't have enough experience with with this happening in the matchup because it happens a lot. It could just double block ninja, but I think I'm supposed to just single block ninja, take 1, leave spell stutter around. Oh, they're gonna ninja back augur? Sure. They can't draw, so it's just hitting for 2. They replay augur. They want to take a card out of the library. They put no cards. 4 cards left. Land. Okay, I'll pass. I'm just going to try to use spell stutter to trade with here, block here, take 3, go to 11. They're not going to draw. I can draw frantic inventory. I can draw removal spells. So they have a spell stutter in hand, right? If I'm not mistaken. 1, 2. Yeah, because we definitely saw 3, and they ninja'd 1 back, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to make sure. I'm just going to pass here, actually. Taking 3, going down to 8. I need to draw something. going to be close. Another land would be really bad for me. They have another ninja. All right, I'm taking 4. Then they can replay Augur, not hit. All right, so I'm going to have to draw something here. It's going to be close. They might have another lightning bolt as well. Could have sided one out though. Gone down to 1 bolt. Spell? Okay. Let's go preordain, and if they spell stutter, I'll just have to try to counter. They might have multiple spell stutters here. Wow, it resolved? So they're going to draw. They have 2 turns left, basically. I don't know if this spell stutter is going to be enough. I think I have to bottom. So I just play a spell stutter right now and block. I'm taking 4, 5, and then I die next turn. So I need to bottom. Ah. I think I lose. Especially if they have a bolt, obviously I'm dead. I needed to draw like the last frantic inventory or something. I guess they could have a frantic inventory in hand. I don't have any more cannonades. It sucks. So I just die now. Needed to draw this bolt. If I drew this bolt last turn, I think I might have won. 0 cards in library. Brutal. Okay, going game 3. They just barely got me. Okay, so a braid coming back in. I don't hate having the cannonades. Again, maybe this sideboard plan's not good. I could be siding some number of lightning bolts out myself. I'm going to be on the play. I could leave in the Faeries and just try to like outvalue them. These often do buy a removal spell, especially because they know about cannonade now, so they can play around it a little bit better. All right, I'm going to change my plan and try to go aggro here. So I guess I can side out a couple screds. Bolt kills pretty much everything. Bring these in. Bring my ninja in. Screds are pretty good, but I do have Hydroblasts and Pyroblasts. Going down on so much removal seems funny, but might be good. Again, Bolt kills everything, right? Yeah. Bolt is just better than Scred. Hmm. I have a Braid as well. All right, let's try it like this. Let's try to switch it up and kind of level them here by siding out cannonades. Make them play around it when we don't even have it. Yeah, keep this hand. We just need to look for lands, but we have a preordain top here for sure. Just gonna jam Augur on turn 2 when I can resolve it. I can play the Fjord later. All right, I have my choice. I feel like Pyroblast is just the best card. Preordain is decent. Bolt is decent. I think I'm just gonna take Pyroblast. All right, they just pass. I'm going to attack and pass here. I can end of turn inventory, and I want to try to resolve my Augur like later with protection. I think you basically never want to counter the first inventory. You always want to try to counter the later ones. Scred that. I mean, I can go for Spell Stutter Sprite. What's the worst that happens? They counter it. I think this is a good time to utilize it. They don't have red mana available. Yeah, they just counter. Okay, well, I can resolve this now. Nice, another Augur is good. Another Pyroblast is good too. Feeling decent here. I mean, I know they could resolve Bonders, but they only have one. So they likely don't have it. I'm going to start by attacking, put the fear into him. Then I actually just tap Island, play Augur, because then I have double Pyroblast up. Can almost guaranteed resolve it with my multiple Pyroblasts. Man, we're missing a lot. I mean, I guess I did side in creatures, so now we only have like a 75% chance to hit on Augurs. And we were 2 for 3 there, so reasonable. Yeah, I don't care about the first inventory, so I'm down to just fire it off. Nice, second inventory is great. I could just fire that off right now to try to hit land drops, but I think I like waiting and not letting them use their mana. I don't care too much about hitting land drops here. This has been a super long match. Fire off inventory with double counter up. Wow, nice. Land? Faeries here. I'm gonna play Faeries here. I'd rather play that than discard. If they fight, I could just let it happen. I could just try to bolt this spell stutter here. Save all my other spells which are better. I think I like that. Just use my removal spell now. Yeah, I think these are good enough. At least one of them. I'll bottom top. Another island is good, so I can have more blue spells available. Because I already have pressure down, so I just need to basically protect my pressure. And then I'm already in like a pretty dominant position here. They have 4 cards in hand. I have 6. My hand is literally 6 counter spells. Just playing the tempo game with my 1-power creatures. They're at 11. Looking good. Bonders. This is interesting. I mean, it's obviously good for the late game, but it doesn't affect the board right now. I could consider just letting it resolve and just trying not to make the game last that much longer. And just fight over things that kill my creatures. It's tempting, but I think I don't need to do that. I have enough counters that I think I can try to counter this and fight over it. And they have 4 cards left. I still have 5 counter spells left in my hand. Yeah, and they're a little flooded and I'm not, so screw beats flood. It's the classic Magic. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. All right, they're at 8. I did keep all my bolts in, actually. I sided out the Screds. Got him. Nice. That was such a fun mirror. Game 2 was incredible. They won with 0 cards in library, and then we were able to just tempo them out in Game 3 with a good draw, a couple frantic inventories, and a bunch of counter spells. Nice. They knew about one or both Pyroblasts, so sweet. Next round will start fairly soon. See you in round 3, 2-0 in the challenge. Awesome. All right, round 3, we're against the trophy leader. Bika, I'll just say, because I never know how to pronounce their name. Just scarf down some food, and we're on the play against the trophy leader. Let's go. This person has like double the amount of trophies in Pauper that most of the other people have. They're really nice. Always enjoy playing against them. We have a lot of good matches. 2-0 in the challenge against the trophy leader. Makes sense. I think I'm going to lead Fjord here. They were playing Cycle Storm last time I played them, but yeah, they're probably just on Fae. Mono blue Fae? Interesting. I'm going to just kill this now. Actually, just play another tap land. Against these Faeries, I do like to kill creatures when oh wow, blue black Fae with Miscreant? Interesting. Just gonna kill this again and play some cantrips. I guess I'll start with cantrips. Let's go bottom, bottom. I think I can do better than that. Let's go bottom, bottom, and then let's bottom these lands, and then I'll just shred this now. Just don't want them to be able to spell stutter me or get any value. So just trading one for one. It's not the best, not the worst. Does suck that I use two Screds and they likely have anglers in their deck, but maybe they only have one angler if they're on Miscreant. Interesting. Blue Black Fae versus Blue Red. This is also going to be a pretty grindy matchup in general, but maybe not as much so as the Blue Red mirror. That's probably the most grindy. Okay, they didn't leave up Spellster or anything, which is good for me. They went Brainstorm and then top bottom. Interesting. I think I'm just leading Ponder. I don't think I need to tap out for Ninja here. I don't think that's good. I think these are good enough. I can just draw Frantic Inventory and then play Frantic Inventory, then play Ponder. It's good to draw the inventory to start putting inventories in my graveyard. That way I can start adding them up and like my future inventories get better if I keep that on top. All right, yeah, I mean, obviously keeping these. That was a decent turn. We don't have any counters or anything up. They could angler here. They thorn. Okay, that's bad too. So we know there's a land on top, so I'm just definitely jamming Augur. We only have a 2. We know there's a land, so could miss, but luckily we hit. Now I want to find... Oh, I'm lagging a little bit. I want to find a removal spell here to kill this. That'd be nice. All right, I think I have to top these. And then just pass. They have 5 cards in hand. Yeah, the fact that they have Thorn in their deck as well is pretty brutal for me, but it's kind of risky to deploy also, honestly. I feel like they must have like a couple snuff outs or, at least multiple removal spells here. Yeah, I'm just going to try to counter this. If they have to spend a removal spell on this, it's not the end of the world. Removal spell on this, yeah. And they cycle Ash Barrens for Swamp, play it. It's the awesome Swamp that we saw earlier in one of the previous games I played against them. And there's Angler. Ugh, this is looking sketchy. Bottom top. Let's try to draw out of this. Okay, there's an Abrade. I'm gonna have to take a hit off Angler. Just pass the turn. I could have let the Miscreant resolve and just continue to leave up Counterspell, but not sure about that. I don't think that's good. A Ninja here, and I'm basically like wrecked. If they Ninja this back, I have to go for a Braid. Feels like what's going to happen. This opponent is such a good player. I remember I was playing them on Black White Soul Sisters, and they were just on Fae, and they were just playing around Suffocating Fumes so well that like normal players I think would have lost that matchup, but this opponent was playing so well that they just like played around like everything. Don't want them to just draw infinite cards, so I think I just go for this. It sucks that we're taking 5 here, but I wonder if they're gonna ninja back a Gurmag. That would be pretty insane. No, that'd be pretty ballsy. It's interesting that they have miscreants in their deck. Does make spell stutters better. It's just a fine card. Okay, there's a shred. Nice. I could take a really interesting line here of Scred the Thorn and then attack, and then they kind of have to block. I could just Scred the Angler, but they have the Monarch right now, so I think I'm going to take this weird line. Scred Thorn, attack with this, and then they just block, and then I just pass with double counter up, and then next turn they might not even attack with Angler, which sucks. Maybe I'm supposed to just kill this Angler. It's just like, if I just Scred Angler, am I winning this game against Monarch? It's just too many cards, I think. Just gonna have to ignore Angler for now, try to draw my last Scred. It sucks, but if I can kill this, force them to chump with this, I may have a chance. Yeah, they chump. Okay, I still have one counter spell up here. I know they still have the Monarch, and they just might not attack, which would be bad for me, but maybe I can find my last thread or find a flyer. Okay, they're attacking. So now if they play another creature, I'm just going to try to counter it and then get my ninja going, replay Augur, and then get value that way. I think this was my best line. Even though Gurmag's obviously really good, I still think this is where I want to be. Wow, they cycle Fumes right now. Interesting. Cycle Ash Barrens, sure. Get an island, okay. Then they draw. All right, well, I'm going to try to get Ninja going here. I have a counter up still. Just play land, attack. They're going to play a removal spell. See if they play a removal spell before blocks. No. All right, well, I did get my Augur successfully back in hand. And they have to have counter or removal plus counter here to stop this. Oh, brutal. All right, well, now if I Augur into Scred exactly, I am not dead. 2 Screds left. Nice. They still have the Monarch, but I have an Augur down. 1 card to 0, and they draw an extra card. But yeah, these games can go long. That was an incredible hit, obviously. That was super lucky for us. Take it? Oh my god, that was lucky. All right, so now I just go cycle, get a mountain, play it. Do want to stop on my end step. I have the Monarch. I can't believe I was able to take Monarchy there. That was incredible. All right, well, I'll just cycle that 2 to thin. Could hold it for ponder purposes, actually. That might be better. I have the Monarch now. I think just thinning is best. The game's going to go for a fair number of turns more, and so every draw step having 1 less land in my deck over time will add up. Okay, Augur is great. I just cannot believe this worked, that I was able to take the Monarch there. Incredible. This game's definitely not over, though. They're just casting Ninja. Okay, well, Augur should be decent against that, assuming no removal spell. Spell Stutter is great. Just going to play land. They could have Spell Pierce or something. Counterspell. Okay. I think I am flashing in Spell Stutter to try to block this. Could even do it now to play around another counter, but let's at least go to my end step, see what I draw. Just going to try to flash in and block. Maybe they try to play a cantrip. We've gotten pretty unlucky on these last 5 draw steps. I mean, we drew well earlier, but I'm going to try to jump here, protect the Monarch. Yeah. Maybe got punished there, but now they draw 2 cards because they draw a card for Ninja and Monarch. It's going to be rough. And they hit Augur. Jeez. They missed on Augur. Their spell count cannot be that high with Miscreants and everything else. Maybe they're just playing Miscreants over Fairy Seers. I think I'm dead, though. That sucks. I think I played well this game, and then again, when I had the Monarch, I just drew too many lands. Fuck, that sucks. I'm at 8. They have 2 cards in hand. I can flash in Spellstutter to trade with this. I think I'm supposed to not do that and just end of turn the Spellstutter, and then oh, they have another ninja. I'm just dead because yeah, now they replay Augur. They draw 2 additional cards and then an additional card off Monarch. Man, we almost turned the tables on them, but I think it's too late now. Agony Warp. All right, GG. We almost like came back from a really bad situation. So that was just impressive on its own. I think Pyroblast is all that I want. Cannonade is reasonable. Just interesting that they're playing Miscreants over Faeries here. They might even side out some number of Miscreants. What I can do here is I can just do like Bolt is good, but it's not even like that insane. I could just side like this. I know this opponent also does like Bonder's Ornament a lot, so definitely gonna keep in the Abrade in this matchup. Just because I've played them a lot and they've played blue black against me with Bonders. I definitely want Skred in this matchup to deal with Angler. I could also just take out 1 Bolt and 1 Fairy Seer, because Fairy Seer is a little low impact, especially against Miscreants. Hydroblast doesn't actually do anything, they're blue-black. Cannonade, again, is reasonable. I don't think I want to try to, like, try to mill you out game against this opponent when I know they're pretty well prepared. I think I'm just gonna... This opponent's also, I know, really good. I think they're not gonna succumb to that. Let's jam. Let's try it like this. Just bring in Quad Pyroblast, cut a couple cantrips and a couple of the weaker cards. That was still a good game. That first game was really fun. Just the fact that like they went out of the gates with a Monarch and then we turned the table on them was pretty cool. All right, I mean, I could just kill this now. Could also just jam Augur. I don't like just jamming Augur because they played this. I think I like Skred plus Preordain. Look for lands. I mean, these are good, but I think I'm bottoming. Again, I want to hit land drops. I can play Augur next turn. Would have been interesting just to pass and leave up Spellstutter Sprite, but then if they just went Land Ninja, I get wrecked. So don't really like that. Also interesting to see that they left in Miscreants. Like, I have so much removal. This card gets a lot worse. It's just a 1 mana 1/1 flying, like no ability basically. Like, it's really hard for them to draw a card off it in this matchup. All right. I don't want to ponder to set up Augur because then I'd have to play out Ash Barrens and actually can't even do that because I have a mountain, not an island. So I'm just jamming Augur and playing a Fjord here. Brutal. All right, that sucked. Missing on Augur is just so bad. They put Counterspell. Brutal. All right, I think I lead Ponder and then I can choose to shuffle or not, depending on what I see. All right, I think because I want to shuffle Ashburns this turn, I think I can just draw the Counterspell and then cycle this for Island, play Island, pass the turn. So we know they have a counter in hand. They know we have a counter in hand. No, they don't know we have a counter in hand because we just pondered into it. But we know about this. Rhystic Study? Jeez. So I have to pay one for all my cards. I mean, I could let that resolve, but I'm kind of low on mana. It gets it kind of gets dead in the late game, but oh man, I think I might just have to play a counter spell right now. Could get force spiked or spell pierced. I guess I could let it resolve and then untap and just pyroblast it. I guess why wouldn't I just try to pyroblast now if that's my line or counterspell now? I mean, again, I could just let it resolve and just always just all my spells cost one more. I don't think that's good. Just hope no force spike here. Dispel. Okay, well I can pyroblast this. I will have to pay one here, but that's fine. Do I care about killing it now when they're tapped out? I think I do. I think it's actually pretty annoying. It's kind of weird, but I think I'm gonna go for this. And then trigger, I have to pay one. It's cool tech though. Any one drop they play, I'm gonna try to spell stutter it. I think it's worth make them use their counter spell. Okay. You get swamp out, they get island. Makes sense. Kermag Angler, brutal. All right, we have 3 screds left for that. This matchup does seem a little rough just on the fact that they have multiple Gurmags. I could just flash in a spell sitter here. I think I'm going to. I might just counter this, but it makes this spell sitter better. And if I draw Ninja, this is obviously great. Yeah, they just counter it. So now we need to find Scred. All right, we're in trouble. Yeah, Gurmag's just so good in this matchup. I have to just take 5 here. They have 3 cards in hand. Okay, nice. I guess no reason to scred right now. I might as well just scred on their upkeep. Also, the fact that I have Frantic Inventory is nice for me. That was obviously another good draw. We're drawing pretty well, but then also not. Oh man, I have to go for this. I don't feel like this is going to work out. Any removal spell or extra counter, this doesn't work. Could just let it resolve and try to draw another scred. It's like my only answer to this. If I flash in spell stutter and play a second spell stutter, these 2 cards have to be lands / cantrips or creatures. I'm just gonna go for it. It's not good, but spell stutter targeting Scred. Okay. Oh shit! Do I have to use? I think I just punted. I needed to. This has to target Scred. No. I just punted. I forgot that this has to target counter target spell with converted mana cost extra less. So this was the only legal target. And so this is just going to counter my own Scred. Damn. I mean, I was still in a rough spot this game regardless, but that was obviously just a mistake. Just forgot about that interaction. I obviously know I have another spell setter here. I should have one more spell setter in hand. Maybe it'll work out for me. Pyroblast. All right, well, I'm taking another 5 here, I think. They have 1 card in hand. Oh, that was such a bad mistake. We don't have a ninja. Even if they just play a cantrip or something, I might just have to pyroblast it. I need to have a really good draw step on my next draw step, like cantrip into Scred or just draw another Scred. So what I was supposed to do is obviously just let that counterspell resolve. I'm going to 5. I could chump this turn, but I think I just like trying to chump next turn. Okay. There's a ninja. Yeah, I feel like these are good enough. I can start chumping. Top, top. I think I get an attack with both spell stutters, actually. I have 2 creatures to chump this with, and a counter spell. I put the ninja on top, right? Hopefully. Otherwise, that's a pretty bad mistake if I put counter spell first. What do I chump with? I think I chump with Faeries here, actually. I have to start chumping this every turn, basically, but get to ninja back spell stutter here. It'd be interesting to pyroblast this and then go for this, but yeah, that misplay was pretty bad. Punts on the day, one bad punt. Snuff out. Can't counter that. Sucks. They're at 15. I'm at 5. Do I have to chump with Augur or do I flash in spell stutter to chump? We'll see. Probably just chump with Augur here. Then it's tough for them to play another spell this turn. I should have maybe pyroblasted this before blocks because now if they ninja this back, it's actually kind of annoying. All right, I go to 4. I'm in bad shape. Could pyroblast this end of turn. I think I just untap. I knew I was drawing counterspell. And then needed that ninja to connect basically. I guess I can do this on upkeep as well. Do I even want to pyroblast the auger or do I just take another 1 off of it? I think I pyroblast it. Yeah, and I think that mistake cost me, but I think I would have lost this game anyway. So maybe it didn't actually cost me that much. I need to find a scred for this. I have 2 left, so 2 out of 40. I mean, I can also draw cantrips into scred or auger into scred, so I actually have more outs than just 2, but... Okay, now I have to just let that resolve. I mean, this seems good, but once it gets to the late game, it doesn't seem like it does that much. Like at this point, it's not really doing anything. It's just good if I'm like mana tight. It's a pretty sick card though. I love that card. Faeries here. Okay, it's a chump walker. I have to pay 1. The most annoying thing is that it just takes a long time. All right, we gotta find Scred. Ninja. I think I need to top that. Because I can chump here, flash and spell better, and then go for ninja. Maybe that was wrong, but I think it's worth the risk. Can flash and spell stutter and pay 1. Always got to remember heuristic study here. I guess multiple heuristic studies does get bad. Okay, nice. So now I get a free draw and a free rebuy on my spell stutter, hopefully. I have a counter spell to protect. I'm at 4 though, so I have to deal with this. Land. Brutal. I cannot play 2 spells because of heuristic study. I cannot let them draw a card off this. So I have to just hope that they don't have removal here. I think that's my best out. So any removal spell and I die. Oh, okay. I thought I passed. Whew. Okay, they just drew a land into Augur. It's actually really bad for me because now I can't draw an extra card off Ninja. Counterspell. All right. Spell stutter sprite. Gurmag is just being the abyss against me right now. They have a counter, but I have a counter for their counter. So Just have to flash this in, pay 1, and then they're going to counter, and then I counter back. Oh, they're just not going to counter it. Makes sense. They'd rather just basically, again, be the Abyss on me. They probably shouldn't have attacked with Augur there. Maybe they have another creature, though. Suffocating Fumes with counterspell backup. I guess I just fight over this to make them use their counterspell, but maybe then they don't even use it. I think I'm supposed to counter, especially with Rhystic Study in play when I can pay right now. Yep. They could have just killed me, though. If they just went for Fumes with just my spell throw down, they knew my last card with counterspell. GG's. 2-1 now. The Rhystic Study tech is cool. I don't know how good it actually is, again, because once you get up to like this many lands, like I can still play 2 or 3 spells a turn and pay for Rhystic Study. Then this card, like, it never drew them a card that game, and it never really hurt me. I did fight over the first one, and I guess once you get 2 down, it is kind of just like a lock. It's pretty sick tech. I've thought about trying this card before, but I never have. So 2-1 now, kind of unfortunate, but see you in round 4. Let's go. All right, welcome to round 4. We're 2-1 after losing to Biko. Uh, just had my number that time. I made one misplay, but honestly, I think I would have lost that match anyway. Get a mulligan this hand. I can cast bolts, but even on the draw, I don't want to just keep the one mountain hand, so it's just small. Gonna keep this. Interesting what to put back. I mean, I could keep both of these inventories. I mean, they're obviously good in multiples. Putting one inventory back seems kind of funny. I think I want to keep the Augur as well to just jam on turn 2. Could just put back Counterspell, even though it's such a good card. My other cards are good too. I think I'm just going to put back Counterspell. I mean, that might just be like Incred Agreed, but that's where we're at. Burn? All right, well, obviously I wish I didn't have double frantic inventory and I had Counterspell in the burn matchup, but we're at where we're at. Because I wanted to cycle his Ash Barrens for Mountain as well, so I was like, I need to draw another blue source to even have the ability to counterspell, and I want to cast my other blue spells, so that's why I put back counter. Wow, this is brutal. On the draw here, just dying to burn. Sucks. Okay, I was gonna say, I think I'm jamming Augur, but maybe I'm supposed to jam Bolt plus Preordain here. I feel like I am. Because if I play Augur and they go Searing Blaze it attack, that's so bad for me. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Let's Preordain and then bolt this. I think this is the safest thing to do. Don't need a Brave, but I will keep a. Maybe I just need to hit lands. I'm just gonna bottom. They might not even have another creature. If they have a Thermal Alchemist, I can try to find another burn spell for it. But I want to hit land drops. Yeah, it sucks. Do I ponder looking for island? I think I do. Again, I need to do well from here to win. Jeez, I'm at 6. They have 1 card in hand. Okay. Let's lead on ponder. Let's just draw Fjord, play it. And then I guess I'm drawing island next turn. I'll draw ninja last. Yeah, I'm gonna go like this. I mean, this will work out reasonably. The only problem is I'm at 6. So their draw was pretty perfect here. Bolt, Fire Blast. Yep, I mean, perfect draw from burn on the play when my draw was pretty awkward. Even if I kept counterspell, it wouldn't have mattered. I just don't think I was winning that one basically no matter what. I think this is a decent sideboard plan for the matchup. Yep, let's go. I mean, curfew is fine as well. I can bounce my own creatures in response to removal spells, but I'd rather just have all my burn. Yep, keeping this hand for sure. We have a Hydroblast, we have a Counterspell, we have two lands, even have a Preordain. Straw's great. Okay. Preordain. While another island is decent, I think I can just bottom. Okay, well, draw an island anyway, it's fine. Definitely happy with the bottom there, though. Lava Runner. Don't want to have to Hydroblast that, but I will if I have to. Don't want to take damage off it either. Oh, it's nice to have Hydroblast to save it if I can to counter burn spells rather than as a removal spell because I have so many removal spells in my deck that don't counter burn spells. Opponent tapped out in the tank on my Preordain. I think they're just probably not here for a second. All right, I think I'm just bottoming on these. Need a red source or other good blue cards. Okay, there's a red source. So again, I'm gonna go Island Pass. If they attack for one, I think I'm planning to take it, and then cycle Ash Barrens for Mountain and save my Hydroblast for a spell. If they play two spells here and try to attack for two, I might have to Hydroblast it. We'll see. Curse. All right, well, I'm probably just gonna kill this with Hydroblast before taking any damage off it, and then I'll just take one off this. So let's do that. And then I'll just untap, Ash Barrens on my turn, scred this. Do I want to upkeep Cycle Ash Barrens to thin? I don't see why not. I'm gonna kill this. I can save Counterspell for later. Another curse would be annoying, but it's fine. Ninja, not good yet, but not bad overall. The fact that I have another spread is really nice. So if they go like Thermal Alchemist, I can just kill it. Yep, nice. And suspend Riftbolt, that's fine. All right, I'm definitely going land, spread this, play Faeries here, leave up Counterspell. If they go to kill my Faeries here, most likely I'm just letting that resolve. While these are both good, I could just top, but I think I think top bottom is better. Just keep just the Preordain because I don't have that much time and I don't really have infinite blue mana to just continue to cantrip in this matchup. I'd rather just draw the Preordain and then if I kept the Ponder on top after that, I would have to top the Ponder with Preordain, and then the Preordain gets a lot worse. So I think it's better just to top one, bottom the other. If they kill this, I think I just let that resolve. If they bolt me, I also let that resolve. So, yeah, definitely not countering that. I like to save my counter spells as long as possible when I can in this matchup. We also just want them to either mulligan or then not have enough resources to kill us, or a lot of the resources they draw are creatures that we can kill with our burn spells. That's how we win this matchup. And then they're bolting the Faeries here right now. Again, I think I just let this resolve. I'm drawing a cantrip. They have two cards in hand. I'm just going to let it resolve. If I counter something else, I can just choose a hard cast ninja if I want. Then they have to kill that. And I think that's better value for me. Plus, just continuing to have counterspell up here is nice. Skewer target me. Yeah, it's fine. Just let that resolve too. Yep, top here, perfect. I really like my line so far that I took, just not countering any of those spells. Because now if they play any one drop, I get to counter it and then ninja back my spell stutter and have another spell stutter up. Yeah, this is like gold right here. Even if they kill this spell stutter to let this resolve, I'm still just so far ahead. Yeah, this is probably over. Nice. Now we do have to win game 3 on the draw, though. I mean, I'm like counting like this game is over, which it's not, but I'm in a really good position. Yeah, they kill that, but now I can just leave up spell stutter for any one drop they draw, and I can even just end of turn spell stutter if I want. Which I think I do. I get to get ninja going. It's got to be good enough. And I still have counterspell and spells that are up if I make this play. So yeah, this is just great. Yep. Okay. I like my sideboard plan. I like all my removal. They can't really side out all of their creatures. Just being on the draw is rough. I mean, they're a lot more likely to mulligan than I am, or they're a lot more likely to get flooded or mana screwed just because they have few lands and they're mono red and I have cantrips. Could even side out like a cantrip for a curfew, but especially because they were pretty willing to point burn at my creatures that game, which is kind of surprising. Curfew's good with Augur and Spell Thirst, right? But it's not that insane against them. I'm just gonna run it. Again, I think this matchup is reasonable for us, which is why I don't have like infinite sideboard. This hand's a little clunky, but I'm gonna keep. Oh, they snap kept 7. Ugh. Just triple tap land here is rough, but okay. I think I just have to bolt the Thermal Alchemist actually. Kind of sucks, but is what it is. Just gonna go Fjord, bolt this, I think. Yeah, it's gotta be the line. I mean, they could play 2 spells, deal me a bunch of damage this turn, but that's beatable. I didn't want to see a needle drop. Another Lava Runner? Ugh. I'm going to 11. This might just be too much. I think I have to play Ash Barrens, play Skred, and then leave up Spellstutter. Hopefully they try to play a 1-drop. I have to take 2 here, unfortunately. Curse. Jeez. And Skewer. This is like worst case scenario. I'm just going to die here. Go to 5. I think I'm supposed to ninja. Could have preordained there, but I think this is what I'm supposed to do. Burn spell? It's a land. I think I go island preordain. Try to find a burn spell for this. I'm just very likely to die here. Damn, I'm dead now. Any burn spell kills me because this hits me to 3, this hits me to 2, and then any spell kills me. Well, too bad. Burn had 2 good draws out of 3. They got me. 2 and 2 now. Pretty unfortunate from a 2-0 start to go 2-0 into 2-2, but I'll keep fighting and I'll see you in round 5. All right, welcome to round 5. We're against Heisen. I know this name. Are they a Tron player? I'm not sure. We'll see. Keep this hand. Hand's not great, but It's like very, very likely to be functional because I have two preordains, so I can almost like in a way guarantee hit my first three land drops. Let's go preordain. All right, I'll just keep both of these. I definitely want to hit land drops pretty much no matter what matchup I'm against. Hyzen, I know the name. This could just be a blue mirror. We'll see. Could be just something else entirely. I'm down to kind of switch it up and play against something else. I'm drawing an Ash Barrens. So I could cycle my Ash Barrens next turn and play a Fjord. I could. Oh, Plains. Interesting. What does Plains mean? Plains Thraben? Does that mean it's just got affinity with their one Plains? Or are they. Hmm. I'm not sure yet. I think I am going to take this opportunity to just cycle this Ash Barrens. I'll just pass the turn here. I'll cycle probably for Island, just because I have like all these blue spells plus a double blue spell. And I don't necessarily need multiple red sources yet. Cycle Ash Barrens. Is this like just Sky Ephemerate or something? No. Oh, it's just Black White Pestilence, probably. Okay. Black White Pestilence with creatures. Okay. Probably want to keep this a braid to kill like a Bonder's Ornament then. Get Island. Then play Island Preordain here. Leave up Counterspell. Leave up like all my spells basically. Feeling decent. I don't have pressure against them, which is rough, but I do have good cards in the matchup like Inventory, Counterspell, a Braid. So we'll find what we need with our draw spells. Hopefully they don't have enough time to really stabilize, but looks like their draw hasn't been like an insane perfect curve out either. They turned one Thraben, but then they had to cycle Ash Barrens and kind of skipped turn two to fix their mana. I mean, we did too, but another counter and another land. I think both of these are good enough. Do I need another island though? Four islands. I could just bottom the island and just try to naturally draw lands. Next turn, I'm going to play land. I'm going to play some. I'm going to bottom this. I think it's just slightly greedy, but I like greed. Let's go. They probably have a bunch of removal spells. Castigate. They get look at my hand and they exile a card. I could just counter this because then they don't know my hand. It's not like they can play anything else this turn that's that scary anyway. If I let it resolve and they take frantic inventory, that's fine. If they take counterspell, that's fine. I'm just gonna let it resolve because then I can play a frantic inventory end of turn. It's kind of annoying if they take one, because then I only have three total, but it still cycles, yeah. And then I still have double counter, so I like letting that resolve. I don't care about this right now. Okay, we drew an island anyway. I feel like I don't need Faeries here because it doesn't provide enough value, but I think Augur is good enough. I'm just not going to play it here because I don't want them to draw land and slam a Bonder's Ornament or something. Suppose I could have, but I just felt like it was a little bit greedy. I think I even just counter this. It's like essentially a divination. It's even better with their core Skyfishers and stuff. They also just might be black white Monarch basically instead of like red white Monarch where it plays spare supplies, core Skyfisher and stuff. There's also a black white version that just plays black removal spells and like black interaction. But I think they probably have Pestilence as well, if I'm not mistaken. Ah, that was bad. That was so bad. God, it just sucks when you like take extra steps to maximize a card as best you can, and then you still get punished. I mean, not quote unquote, not punished, but okay, I know this player. I know this player. They're definitely on Pestilence. I can just let this resolve. I don't really care about the 3 life. There's a lot more impactful things that I need to counter other than a 1/3. Missing on this was just so bad. I just played a 2-mana 1/3 no ability. They played a 2-mana 1/3 gain 3. They definitely have Pestilence. They may have Crypt Rats. I mean, after that Castigate and then missing on the Augur, I'm not liking my position as much. They even have a clue on the table. I'm not going to abrade the clue. Ninja. All right. Well, maybe they get greedy and like start attacking. I guess I could have just cast the ninja, but I don't love that either. Chainer's Edict. Do I fight over this? I don't think I can. They can attack for 2. I need to draw Faeries for this, or I can just hard cast it now, but it's much worse when they know about it. Slamming a Preordain here. They're stuck on 3 lands, so they have a lot of gas, but if I can get out of this kind of little bit of flood that I'm in right now with cantrips and draw spells, I'm going to be in a pretty good position here. This matchup can definitely go long. Oh man, these are just like the most low impact creature I have. I could keep it because it does enable ninja. I think I'm supposed to just bottom top. I hate topping fairy seers when they're not that good, but at least I get to scry. If they try to play a removal spell on fairy seer, I'll counter it, and then I'll try to get a ninja hit in. At least I get to draw a card that way. Convoluted way to draw 1 card, but I think it's worth. Let's go. I could top top. I think that's good enough. Pass. Shouldn't F6 because I may like they could snuff out end of turn or like something if they saw that I was F6. Basilica probably bounce a basic. It didn't float any mana. Okay, they're just probably planning to crack clue here. I'm going to 13. I get to get a ninja hit in here. I know Scred is on top, which I'm fine to draw. I think I'm just going to ninja right now. And then counter any removal spell. If they have like cast down plus snuff out, I get wrecked. I guess I could have pondered first to avoid that, but hopefully they play a removal spell right now, then I can ponder. But I definitely should have pondered pre-combat, but maybe it'll work out this way. The only way this is bad for me again is if they have double removal spell here, which they could certainly have. These decks I think are they're decent, they're fine. I just don't want like including a card like this in my deck. It's just power level is so low. So they have to not have double removal spell here. Okay, nice. There's the Scred. I'm not that worried about them playing like an Okiba Gang Shinobi or whatever. I think I'm just supposed to go first Fairy Seer and then Ponder. Bottom, top. I don't think I need another Fjord. These are definitely good enough. Draw Bolt last. I'll just draw Spell Stutter first and then Counterspell. Plays around Duress specifically. I don't know if they have that main, but sometimes they have like 2 Duress main. Pestilence? Jeez. I guess this just being a 1/3 is decent with Pestilence as well. So I only have one red source right now. I did bottom the fjord. I think what I'm doing is I'm going scred this, and then attack. If they want to chump, then they need to kill my ninja or try to play another creature for Pestilence not to die. Yeah, so they're blocking there. Okay. So now if they don't have multiple creatures this turn, I can counter even a one-drop creature and another creature, and then they need to Pestilence kill this. So I'm in a reasonable spot actually, especially if I can get this Pestilence off the board. I guess Spell Stutter can't really counter anything with Pestilence in play, so there's that. Let's see what they do here. I'm drawing a Bolt next turn, right? Crypt Rats. I think I just counterspell this. And then if they want a Pestilence, they're going to lose their Pestilence because there won't be any creatures in play. So they're going to let me hit to keep their Pestilence around? No, they're not. So I cannot play a creature this turn because, again, I need Pestilence to die at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so that just has to happen. And then I just pass. Again, I'm not going to abrade the clue. We dealt with one Crypt Rats and one Pestilence. Bonders, okay, resolves. I can kill it. Second Bonders. All right, now I'm in trouble. I could flash in a Spell Stutter, which I think I'm supposed to do. It makes if I draw another ninja, it makes it a lot better. Oh, are they gonna play a 1-drop? Or a 2-drop here even? No, they're just gonna draw. Okay. Well, I think I am supposed to go for this. And I don't know if this is the best matchup for me. Another Spell Stutter. Okay. Let's pass. Oh, geez. So they can return their Pestilence to their hand? I can't stop it. So we get to vote for artifact, creature, or enchantment. Return each card with the most votes. Return each card? So does this... I don't even know what this card does exactly. They... What'd they vote for? I can't even tell. Oh, is it vote for Anne? Oh, it's vote for Anne? How do I see what they voted for? It should say one vote on it, right? Freaking Magic Online. I mean, I feel like they voted for Pestilence. Because why would they vote for Spare Supplies or Thraben Inspector? I'm just going to vote for Pestilence and hope they didn't vote for Bonder's Ornament. It doesn't say what they voted for. Starting with, it does. I think it just says one vote on the card, but I couldn't see it. I guess I could have clicked on it like this, but I didn't want to accidentally vote for it. All right, well, that's whack. The way that that worked. I guess I bolt this now in case I draw another red spell that I want to like leave up. Okay, never mind. So they're going to get to play a Pestilence if they want. And that just wrecks me here. Guardian of the Guild Pack plus Pestilence. Okay. Looking bad, looking bad. I'm at 10. So I need to draw actual counterspell. Land. Okay. We're going down in this game, but can definitely win this matchup. We actually don't really have like any sideboard cards for this matchup at all. And we only have one Abrade, which makes this matchup a little tougher too. Oh no. I mean, I guess that deck is pretty reasonably positioned right now because it probably has good elves and defenders matchups. So it's a decent choice. I mean, obviously, if you do run into Tron, you just can't win. But um, yeah, it's a cool deck. So they're just black, white, pestilence. Let me see if I can look up the opponent's list real quick. If they, I think they play a lot. Definitely recognize the name. All right, just March 1st, they played a challenge. They played Tron in that one. Let's see. I knew they played Tron sometimes. Okay, this looks like most likely it's that. This looks most likely their list. Quad Castigate, Quad Chainers, Quad Cast Down, two Snuff Out. So they do have Snuff Out. Three Pestilence, two Guardian, Core Skyfisher. I mean, this could not be a good matchup for me. One Custody Squire, two Spare Supplies only, one Omen. Do I bring in Relics in this matchup? I feel like I do with Omen of the Dead and Chainer's Edicts and Custody Squire. Okay, I have to put this over here. I have to decide, but I don't have much time. Oh no, I don't even have relics. I usually do. Like I feel like I bring in relics. All right, I think curfew is not good. I think I just can. I think I just don't sideboard. Nothing is good. They only have one Crypt Rats. What do they have in the sideboard? Two Duress. They could bring in Rancid Earth. Don't think they're bringing up. They have six land destruction spells on the sideboard for Tron because it's like a bad matchup. They have a core. They have a couple strands and a couple relics. I think I'm just gonna run it. No sideboard. Yeah, could bring in like one swirling sandstorm or something, but I'm just gonna run it as is. This is not a good matchup. Mm-mm. Guess I'll keep. His hand's not great. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan. Okay. They're leading bog. Interesting. Another spell stutter is not actually a bad draw. Are they gonna duress? I would just spell stutter that just to because I want to play it anyway, and then they don't get to see my hand. I would love a duress here. I think they're thinking about it. Maybe they're gonna cycle Ash Barrens. I mean, I'm almost assuredly gonna go for end of turn spell stutter and then come back with a ninja here. Second. Okay. They're just playing Basilica and then no other play. Okay, well, I guaranteed get a ninja hit in now. Can float one mana. No, they don't. Okay. They have to discard a Crypt Rats? Wow. Are they really stuck on mana? I mean, they led Bog, so they might be stuck on mana. All right. Let's just get a ninja hit in. Turn 3 is much more typical of a ninja play than turn 2 in this deck. Yeah. I could preordain. I could just cycle Ash Barrens as well. I think I actually like cycle Ash Barrens, and then on my next turn, I can wait on preordain. I think I'm going to. It's kind of weird, but if I cycle both of these Ash Barrens before, it's pretty good with preordain to be able to scry and not have it be messed up. from a shuffle. Plus, I just get to thin a little bit here. Just gonna get island. I already have 2 red sources. Frantic inventory is good. So now I think I could just pass with double spell setter up. I think what I like doing, I probably shouldn't have played land first. I'm just gonna cycle Ash Barrens, get Mountain actually, and then cast a Preordain. Definitely want Ninja. Don't know if I want Bolt. I think I want more creatures. I mean, Bolt is good with Ninja, but yeah, I think I just want more creatures. I'm gonna bottom top and pass. I feel like they might have a Duress as well that they chose not to play. All right, that resolves. They just take Ninja here, perhaps? I guess I could have left the Bolt on top and drawn that to protect the Ninja, but I did not take that line. Now do I Spell Stutter or Frantic Inventory? I think I actually Spell Stutter. It's better if I draw exactly another Ninja and it makes this Spell Stutter better because they don't actually have that many ones. Let's go Augur. Their draw is pretty awkward here. I think I want Ponder over Bolt. Is it a little greedy? Yeah, but I think it's good. I feel like these are good enough. I'll just draw the Scred and then draw the Ponder next turn. Could just shuffle. No, I think it's good enough. Maybe that was wrong. Not really sure. I could always shuffle on the next Ponder if the 2 cards past that land aren't good. Pestilence here could be pretty brutal. Castigate right now. I think I can just counter it. I get crushed by a removal spell, but I think I go for it. Yeah, they have it. Okay. Sucks. So now they take my Frantic Inventory. I'm drawing a Ponder, but we know my top card after that's not good. Need to find a Ninja here. Duress? Yeah, I knew they had the Duress. 2 cards in hand, though. Need to find Ninja. Cannot keep that. I think I'm supposed to just play land. I'm not entirely sure. Relic? Sure. Relic is good against Frantic Inventory, but I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world for me. Your Crossroads go to 17. It's not my day. I feel like I've been in these type of situations where I'm like, okay, I got to draw something a couple times, and then I end up just drawing a couple lands. Looks like opponent's getting kind of flooded out now as well. Okay, well, Faeries here sucks. I don't like Faeries here that much. I wonder if you could just build the deck without them and just be more controlling and just only have Spellstutter and Augur for Ninja and just play like a control game with Spellstutter and Augur. I just hate this card. I think I'm gonna go bottom, top. Sucks if they like play a Pestilence or something, but I feel like if they had one, they would have already played it. Castigate. Okay, they get my Scred. This card's surprisingly effective. The Exile makes it a lot better than Distress. Okay, they're going to bounce Kabir Crossroads, and they brickwall my entire team. I'm drawing Spellstutter Sprite, which isn't bad. Can counter a lot of their spells, but I don't have any attacks now. I bottomed a couple bolts, but I think we have a chance to win this game. Bonders, Crypt Rats. All right, countering that. We're going to try to. Hopefully their last card's a land. feel like they have a removal spell here. I don't think there's any way I let Crypt Rats resolve, right? Then they get to just Crypt Rats for one. They just snuff out. Why didn't they just pick? Oh, I guess they want to leave up Crypt Rats. Yeah, I mean, this matchup is just rough. Okay. The problem is if I go for like attack with all and try to ninja, they're just gonna Crypt Rats me. And even if I attack with Augur, they can block here and then post damage Crypt Rats for one. They have Crypt Rats for two available. So the Snuff Out for life actually worked out for them. Guess I just don't attack and don't do anything. Then they just sit there with that Crypt Rats and they just are gonna win. I guess if I draw a removal spell for this or this, I can come back. They're at 11. Brutal. Draw land. Raven, that would have been something nice to spell setter. It's a free card and a creature. They're probably just gonna Crypt Rats for two though, to not kill their own Skyfisher. Bolt. Okay, okay. So if I bolt the Crypt Rats and then they might just Crypt Rats for one. Then I don't really have any attacks. What if I bolt the core Skyfisher? Then I attack with both of these. They let me ninja. I ninja back my spell setter, and then they Crypt Rats for two. Then they don't have anything on board. I have spell setter in hand, and I have an Augur on board still, but my ninja dies. I don't get a hit in. If I bolt the Crypt Rats, they're gonna Crypt Rats for one. And then I just still don't get my ninja hit in. I think I like the bolt the core Skyfisher line and then attack. It's pretty weird, but they're also at 11, so damage they deal to themselves is relevant. And then I'm going to attack with both of my flyers. And they probably Crypt Rats for one. I could attack with Augur as well, but I don't think I even want to, honestly. And then I'm going to ninja back the spell setter, force them to Crypt Rats for two, and then I still have spell setter in my hand. And my Augur, I guess they could Crypt Rats for three. Yeah. Maybe this wasn't the best, but now it's no board to no board. I still have spell setter in hand. I think that was like the best thing I could have done still. I mean, if I had bolted the Crypt Rats, I still don't think it's great for me because then they still have a core Skyfisher in play. I don't even think I flash this in right now. Not feeling it. Too many lands. Way too many lands. This is where you need the brainstorms, huh? Come on. Brutal. Opponent's getting pretty flooded as well, but I don't like this game going to the late game when I'm just like flooded like this. Okay, there we go. The opponent's late game is so strong. Definitely taking a counter spell. Basilica, bounce Crossroads, sure. Not going to flash in spell setter yet. Ponder is great. All right, this is obviously pretty much perfect. I think I draw Frantic Inventory, play it right now. And then I draw Preordain and don't even play it. It's a weird line, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I could have just not Frantic Inventoried right now as well. Just going to pass. End of turn, I'll spell setter right here. Just saving this Preordain for later. They go back up to 10. They have 4 cards in hand, so they probably do have removal, but maybe they have some extra lands in hand as well. Okay, now I Preordain. Top. Then I hit on this auger. Perfect. They have no Chainer's Edicts in the yard. Might be able to get out of this one. Let's take the Preordain. Cast it right now. Bottom top. Then attack and ninja have double counter up. Okay. Looks like opponent might have gotten kind of flooded too, like I was saying. We have two counters. Definitely going to try to protect this. Nice. And still another counter. Nice. And another one. Okay, this might just be enough. Bonders. I think I can let... I know they get to draw an extra card right now and then continue to draw extra cards. I mean, if they had a removal spell, they would have played it, right? All right, I'm just going to counter this. Chainer's Edict doesn't do it because I can sack this. Yeah, they probably just have lands in hand. They might have just gotten flooded here. All right, hit them down to 5. Another bolt is lethal. Am I supposed to commit Faeries here to the board here? I think actually yes. It makes this spell stutter better. I get to scry. Put some lands on the bottom. Nice. Can't believe we got there after flooding like that. Opponent flooded as well. And I have 8 minutes and 40 seconds for game 3. Okay, we got this. Yeah, nothing is good in my sideboard. Just gonna run it back. I'll see you for game 3. Game 3, easy mulligan, 0 lands. Oh no, not like this deck. After mulligan, I can't just do nothing forever. All right, I have to keep. Could put back one ninja, but I kind of like keeping both of them. Just gonna put one back. Just gonna lead Fjord with this hand, honestly. All right, never mind. If we can get a turn 2 Faeries or ninja hit in here, this is exactly what we need. Drawing counterspell next turn. Mulling to 5 in this matchup is not good though. Oh, did they just have a tap land or something here? A Basilica? Of course, Skyfisher, brutal. Okay. I think I'm supposed to just leave up counterspell. If they Thraben here, do I counter it? They don't even, because they're scared of a spell stutter spray. It makes sense. Yeah, these are both good enough. I think I just go. Let's see. I could augur and guaranteed hit, but then I don't get to leave up counterspell, so I'm just gonna go top, top. Not sure about the order, but I just need to play fast here. I just really want to be able to counter a Bonder's Ornament or like a Pestilence or just like something that I can't beat. I have to let that resolve. Yeah, I don't feel like I can win here. Oh no. It's just free cards and a good advantage putting bodies onto the battlefield. No attacks. Just gonna keep passing. That core Skyfisher was brutal because I thought I was gonna get a turn 2 ninja hit in. They're just drawing cards, hitting land drops. Not ideal. Attack for 2 or something? Yeah. I can play an augur next turn. I mean, I would love for them to like go for a pestilence or a bonder's ornament here. But likely they're not going to do that. Another land is not ideal. Guess I take bolt here. I'm not going to ninja right now though. I'm just going to leave up counter. Then ninja next turn. They do have double counterspell, but they have 6 cards in hand, so they're gonna have to like basically get flooded again. Cycle Baron more, okay. They're kind of doing the thing. They've cracked 3 clues this game already, and we're just sitting here with our 1/1 flying. Can't believe we were able to win game 2. That was actually pretty crazy. I have to let that resolve. I can't fight over that right now, which just means I'm probably gonna get buried here. Oh, just too much card advantage. Okay, I do get to get a ninja hit in, so there's that. But they have triple Thraben, so it's not like it even does that much. Land would be decent, so I can have double counter up. They're gonna play a removal spell. Definitely gonna counter it. I need to draw a card. It sucks if they're gonna tap, like untap and play a Pestilence or Guardian. Okay, well, now I'm just, I had to do something. I was just so far behind in this game. Scred plus a Braid. I feel like I just keep both of these. They're likely to play like a Bondage Ornament at some point. Maybe I was supposed to just go bottom bottom though. Guardian, okay. No answers for that. In my 75, except counter spells. Could have just let the ninja go, but oh, I should have blocked there. Just trying to play fast. They have 3 cards left. Chainer's Edict. Am I supposed to keep my Faeries here around? Guess. I don't know. I'm just taking too much damage here. And I'm drawing Scred next turn. And they have 2 cards on the table, 3 cards in hand. I should be at 1 higher life total, but I think I'm just 100% dead here. I wonder if there's anything else I could have done. I think I just mulliganed to 5, and that was just too much. Again, rough matchup. Surprised I won game 2, so. Yeah, we knew we were drawing Scred, so I'm taking 5 again, and I just can't come back. I don't have any way to swipe up these Thrabins, so there's just nothing I can do here. That's what I was saying in game 2 as well, but here it's actually over because they have this as well. I'm just going to concede. Damn, 2 and 3. That sucks. Next round is about to start. I'm going to keep fighting. There's 2 rounds left, and if I win both, this tournament's so small. I mean, I can still, like, I can, like, especially if I win out, I'll almost guaranteed top 32 and get a small prize. And if I lose another one, I'm kind of screwed, but I'll probably just finish it out anyway. We'll see what happens. So, see you in round 6. All right, round 6 here. We're against Juju Bean 2004. We're on the draw. I think I'm going to keep this hand. 1 land, and it's a tap land, which sucks, but we're on the draw, so we have a draw step, and we have a preordain. So let's hope we hit some lands. Maybe this was just a mulligan, but so much gas. How can you mull that? All right, looks like we're probably against Bully. Could be Boros Monarch. My guess is Bully. Gonna bring in all my cannonades. Definitely played against this opponent before. This is also a bad matchup. Maybe I'm just not supposed to reg this deck, but I think this deck is good. I think my draws overall have been pretty bad. I've made a couple mistakes, but interesting. Play land first and then looting. Can't be right. If we miss on lands entirely here, we're just in a real bad spot. But if we at least hit a land, especially on our first draw, then we're in a good spot. Battle Screech Strands. That is powerful. Okay, they make a clue. I'm just F6 here. Oh god. Not like this deck. Okay, there's an island. Bottom, top, land, go. Yeah, maybe for this reason I wasn't supposed to keep this hand, but if I'm able to rattle off a land or two here, I'm going to be sitting in a decent position. They have 4 cards in hand. Don't want to see a Squadron Hawk. Oh, I always have to say it. So they get 3 Hawks. They go up to 6 cards in hand. They have a clue on the table. I have a million frantic inventories. I think I just play an Augur here. I could just leave up Counterspell. They're probably just going to play out some Hawks. I think I Augur, hope to hit a cantrip, and then I could discard a frantic inventory and try to hit land drops that way. Okay. Obviously, we're not in a great spot. I don't know if I misspoke earlier, but yeah, discard Strands plus Battle Screech is pretty nice play. Yeah, maybe that hand was just a mulligan. But again, I had drawn a land naturally on the first draw step. It's really good. We had, again, probably a 38, 39% chance to draw a land. And then we also had a preordain. Um, so the likelihood that we're going to have a functional draw is high. And the likelihood that we have like a good draw, like if we draw an actual land, is reasonable. So I think that's a fine keep. They just abrade my Augur and I hit a land drop. Okay. So I have some options here. I mean, we know they have triple Hawk in hand. I could just play Mountain and pass the turn. I think that's my best option, honestly. Then if I don't need to counterspell or spell setter, I can just end a turn frantic inventory. I could ponder right now as well, but do I even want to counterspell a Hawk? Probably not. Maybe I am supposed to just ponder. I guess I will. Oh, they missed a land drop too. Yeah, I'm gonna ponder here. I guess I obviously wasn't supposed to play mountain. I was supposed to ponder and then play this island. So I got punished here, but is what it is. Um, could just draw this scred later. Because now I do really want to play Spellstutter Sprite here. Hopefully I don't get punished for this play, but looks like I am. Palace Sentinels. I get super punished. Actually, maybe not. They might even attack with Hawk. So I have to run out a Spellstutter. I mean, I can take the Monarch here, but then they're going to be able to take it back is the only problem. Oh, and they have Strands. Oh, and they have just Battle Screech. So I just ultra punished. If I had Counterspell, I could have countered this. I mean, maybe they don't take that line, but yeah. Just have to go inventory. I don't think I have any outs to this, though. I don't have any Electricity's main like I thought about adding. Like playing a Spellstutter Sprite out here is just so bad. Just so I don't have to discard. We still know they have 3 more Hawks in hand. And they just strands this. I don't think there's any way I can compete with all these flyers. Like, there's just nothing I can do. I'm just going to concede. I'm off it. I think I was just like also, I think I'm just a little tilted overall. I'm not playing my best. But I just don't think, I don't see myself winning that game. Like, I have spell stutter sprites that I can't really counter much with. They have already 3 flyers in play with 3 more 1/1 flyings in hand. Maybe I could have somehow grinded through all that. They had the Monarch though. It just was not looking good. All right, we got some sideboard. All right, let me look up this opponent as well. So it's Juju Bean double underscore 2004. They have some other non-Pauper results posted, but I'm not seeing any Pauper results. Okay. I definitely know this name. I don't know who it is actually, but I recognize the name. All right, let's see. How to sideboard in this matchup. I think these are just pretty terrible against Hawks and Battle Screech and everything. Can just side them out entirely. Could keep in one. I can also go down a ninja because I'm going down all these spell stutters. I kind of like this plan. And I don't have very many ways to win left in the deck. Maybe that's a flaw in the way I've built it, but Bolt is actually not that great either because it kills the 2/2, the 2/2 with lifelink. But other than that, it doesn't do that much. I don't want to be totally overloaded on removal spells. I think Scred is better than Bolt in this matchup. They have Palace Sentinels. They could have like 2 or 3 of those. Most likely I'm going to be killing their creatures anyway. So let's try it like this. I guess I could bring in Flame Slash as well, like even over another Bolt, but I like the instant speed of Bolt. Let's just try it. Snap keep this. I can cycle turn 1 for Mountain. Let's try to fight back. Again, this matchup is bad because they just have so much. Their deck is also just like so value based. And then because they're red, they also generally have 4 or even 5 or more Pyroblasts post board, which does make it pretty tough. They also have Strands. They also have just like Battle Screech and Squadron Hawk. All these cards line up well against us. All we really have is Cannonade. Pretty funny if I lose this one, win the next round, 3-4 it, and somehow top 32 at 3-4. That is just like hilarious if that happens, which I don't think is necessarily the case, but it would be funny. All right, I'm just gonna pass. I would counterspell Squadron Hawk. That's about all I would counter. If they have multiple Hawks in hand right now, it's obviously not great, but I don't know that. And I don't want them to just like Hawk is like one of the things you really want to counter because once they resolve the first Hawk, then all the other Hawks are already in their hand. So okay, they're just cracking Clue right now. Interesting. Why are they cracking now? Why don't they just leave up 2 mana, crack later? I don't get it. Another Frantic Inventory is good. It's really good. Just gonna go land past the turn. Again, I do think I want to leave up Counterspell here. And then if I don't need to play it, I can play another Inventory. I really like this. I really like this card actually. It's pretty nice. Okay, just getting hit for 1 doesn't matter. There's no ninjutsu on 2 in red white, right? Yeah. Is there any ninjutsu at all? I don't think so. Is it only in blue or black? I don't know every card, but they never play it. Okay, so they're just playing a garrison and not doing anything else. I could bolt this. I don't really want to. I guess I just tap like this anyway, just in case I want to play a bolt. I guess they could Pyroblast here. I want to just ignore this and let them commit more. Okay, another Cannonade. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not going to kill a 1/2, I don't think. I think I'm going to go land Preordain. Then I leave up Cannonade and counter. Let's just go bottom, top, pass. I could consider letting a Squadron Hawk resolve at this point, but if they just only commit like 2 Hawks to the board, it's also pretty annoying. I probably should just let it resolve because I do want to have a decent Cannonade. They have 8 cards in hand. One of them is Plains. Go to 17, sure. Triple Cannonade is decent in this matchup. Oh, is this a Palace Sentinels? They're just going for it? Got my eyes like twitching out. Okay, we'll have to counter. Don't have a spell setter sprite or anything to punish them. Bottom, bottom. I don't need these. I already have 2 cannonades. I can just continue to take 1 for now. Now I will definitely not counter a hawk. I have plenty of answers to those. They have 7 cards in hand. Oh, Jesus. Cannot let that resolve. Literally just have no answers other than countering it. Play another Garrison here, maybe. I mean, I wonder if Cleansing Wildfire is decent in this matchup. They play 4 Garrison. It's probably not that great. It only takes them down 1 mana. Might be worth siding in, though. Okay, nice. Let's tap like this and go Augur, because I have another blue source in my hand. This has been pretty bad, honestly. Just like, again, I could have played better in a couple spots, but I think my luck is just not there today as well. That's Magic for you. I think my deck is not built perfectly, and maybe it just isn't the best choice for the meta. I mean, not sure. Just not having a good bully matchup, not having a great black-white matchup. Maybe I should just play like red-green pawns or something in the next challenge. Flame slash that. Okay, I have no responses. Seeker of the Way resolves. I guess I just go for Cannonade right now, right? I could just continue to ignore this and then bolt this. They probably have a Strands here anyway. I guess I just go for this. Wow, they just didn't have it, or they just didn't want to use Strands. Interesting. I almost clicked play by accident. That would have been a perfect summation of the day. Definitely in a bad spot still. I want them to just try to be like, fuck it and commit huge to the board because I already played a Cannonade, but I do have a second one. Third Garrison. Okay, they're just going up so high on mana there. Counterspell, nice. We got to get like an Augur into Ninja going or something. I'll let that resolve. I could bolt it, or I think I just scred it. Okay, another counter. Definitely like not countering the Seeker and not using Cannonade, so fine with that line. I could have just ignored it and untapped and then like see what I drew and then scredded it, but most likely I'm gonna have to kill that. I can't just let that sit there forever. And again, Hawk is bad at this point, but I'm gonna let it resolve because if they just only commit 1 Hawk to the board, I can ignore it for a while. If they commit multiple, I can answer them with Cannonades. So seems fine. Brutal. So Frantic Inventory, our best draw, just 2 mana Ancestral. Palace Sentinels, nope. Pyro, okay. No second Pyroblast, please. A lot of the blue-red Fey decks play like one way to take the Monarch. So I could start doing that. Okay, nice. Okay. There's all three cannonades. Triple removal spell in hand versus 4 cards. They have a lot of things that are pretty scary, like another Guardian, another Palace Sentinels. There's the fourth Garrison. They have infinite mana. They have 1 land in hand. Man, brutal. I guess we've drawn 25 cards and we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I feel like we've bottomed some with library manipulation. We've cycled 2 Ash Barons. I have to let this resolve, unfortunately. Like, don't have any counter spells. Yeah, probably just finishing out this challenge, regardless of what happens in this round, just for fun and just to see. But if I win the last round in top 32, that'd be hilarious. 3-4 and get a small prize, sure. But again, I don't think that's really gonna happen. I'm kind of just already summing this one up as a loss. I'm in a pretty bad spot here. Ninja. They have 4 cards in hand. They have to have some burn spells in hand. Just not going to play it. I mean, 1 card in hand is a land, but I don't want to have to lightning bolt their Thraven as well. I can just start taking 1 off this, and then again, if they commit more small creatures to the board, I can maybe wipe them up. And then try to get a ninja hit in later, or somehow bounce one of my augurs back with this ninja and get value that way. Battle Screech resolves. They're gonna flash it back. Do it. They have no strands in the yard. Resolves. I'm gonna go for end of turn cannonade here. Just mopped him up. Hydroblast. Okay, now we go for it. Can counter 1 burn spell. And I can play a lightning bolt on a blocker. I can counter a pyroblast as well. It would have been interesting if I just left all their flyers in play and just let them hit for 5. Maybe they go for like a rally the peasants or something, and then I could play a couple cannonades, or I just play like an end of turn cannonade after that turn. I think I'm just gonna counter this. I think they have 1 land in hand, or maybe not. Bolt it. Okay. Well, they answered my thing. I wish I had thrown a Bonder's Ornament in here too. I just like was thinking about keeping my spell count high for Augur. Spire Golem is a decent one as well. Maybe the version of the deck with Spire Golems in the main is maybe where you want to be. Opponent pretty flooded too. Okay, can I hit a Frantic Inventory and get out of this? Or are they just going to counter this? They could easily have another Pyroblast here. Okay, there we go. Sucks to have to draw both of these lands. What I could do is I could draw Ash Barrens, and then on my next turn, draw Frantic Inventory, and then cycle Ash Barrens. Alternatively, I can just, yeah, I mean, if I'm, yeah, I think I have to do that. Sucks to draw an Ash Barrens here, but I really want this Frantic Inventory. It also sucks if they have a Pyroblast. Maybe I just shuffle and just save these Frantic Inventories for later, because then this makes this turn so bad if I just take an Ash Barrens. All right, I'm just going to shuffle. It sucks, but again, if I took Frantic Inventory there, I can't really cast it because then I draw 3, but 2 of them are Ash Barrens. That's terrible. And if I draw Ash Barrens and then wait till next turn, cycle Ash Barrens, and then Frantic Inventory, and it gets countered, I just wasted like 2 turns. And if I shuffle, I might just draw Frantic Inventories naturally anyway. Definitely let that resolve in. I can't even counter it anyway. They're down to 2 cards. I'm way far ahead on time. I'm just going to ignore 2 birds for now. We draw land anyway, brutal. Just going to cycle. Get these out of my deck. Pass. Take 2 for now. Palace Sentinels would be terrible. Just taking. Okay, there's Augur. Nice. Just tap like this. Oh my god. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. Classic Augur. 2 mana, 1/3. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put them on the bottom in any order. Oh, I thought they might go for Rally the Peasants there. Maybe they even sided out their Rally the Peasants. Seeker of the Way. I'm gonna let that resolve. Could go for Cannonade right now. Could go for like a burn spell on their Seeker as well. I feel like they're not gonna flashback Battle Screech right now anyway. I think I'm going. I guess if they have a Strands here, it's really bad. Pyroblast the Augur. And then save their Seeker of the Way. Yeah, that's bad too. Maybe this was just a bad play. Let's just bolt it now. Spellstutter Sprite, okay. They have a Battle Screech in the yard. They haven't played any Hawks yet. There it is. Okay. I've used all my Cannonades now. So now they just play Quad Hawk probably and Flashback Battle Screech and I die. It's just, this is like what happens in the matchup. Like, I can't just take infinite damage off all their flyers. Maybe on that last Cannonade I was a little hasty. I could have just straight up like scredded the Seeker of the Way. They're not going to play any Hawks. They should definitely play at least one, probably 2, and Flashback Battle Screech. But they don't. If they don't, it's better for me. Okay, playing 3. Are they going to play 4? I think they should just go all in here. At least flashback this Battle Screech while they can. All right, I have no more rats. I've used them all. And they're probably going to have 6 flyers in play. And there's the ninja. A little bit too late. Let's just cast it. Pass. Again, I could have been a little too hasty on these Cannonades, but I think the opponent was just playing tight, kind of playing well. Like, they weren't going to succumb to Cannonade. All right, well, I take here, and then I die to Rally the Peasants. I can kill one thing, but I still die, and they also have the flashback. GG's. Man, brutal. 4 losses in a row in the challenge. Not my brightest day. All right, let's play out the last round and see where we end up. I was in 33rd there, so if I win the last round, I'll probably end up around a similar spot, but I could go up to like 31, 32, or if more people drop at like 2-4, it might be better for me. So I'm gonna try to play it out and just see what happens. I'll see you in the last round. 7th and final round for all the marbles, trying to go 3-4. Let's see. Can I see where I'm at? All the way down here. I'm in 39th place. I'm the top of the 2-4s though, so if I win, I'm likely to be top 32, I think. Not positive though, but I'm gonna try. Do I like to play first? Yes. Probably just go 2-0 into 0-5 here. I'm gonna keep this hand. Okay. Close this. I'm not sure if the opponent's here yet, so let me pause for a second and come back. All right. Like I said, looks like if you just stay positive, play well, you get the match wins. We had two losses, two wins, and then four losses in a row. And then this round, I just played really well, made no mistakes, fought hard, got the win, moved to 3-4. Yeah, I think I just played really well in this last round. So I think without that, I don't know if I would have gotten this win, but feel pretty good about my play here. And ended up 3-4 in the tourney. Let's return to details. 3-4 here. Let's see where we're at. I'll just pause and we'll come back to the recording when standings are up, and I'll probably end up in like 33rd or 34th place. Pays out to top 32, right? Yeah. So hopefully I can get my 5 treasure chests and my entry view back. I'll see you when this round is over, and we'll see. Well, uh, classic. Looks like ended up in 33rd place. And payout was, of course, to 32nd place. Not that I'd really deserved prizes for 3-4. Only one 3-4 out of what 10 got paid. But I knew my breakers were good from winning early, and one 3-4 got paid. Man, these things are so easy to just get your money back and like then some, because even if you just 4-3, every 4-3 in this tourney got their money back plus 5 chests, and that's like 4-3 is not a very good result. I mean, I 3-4 and I did terrible. I lost four in a row. Um, so these challenges are pretty good EV. And if you do well, look, some people that Biko is ranked first at 6-1, of course. They're a solid player. But yeah, these are really good EV. Of course, we got 33rd, not 32nd. I mean, if I was like, I'd rather be like 42nd than 33rd, because then it doesn't feel bad. But this feels just like, robbed of 300 play points and 5 chests, just one more space up. So my channel, youtube.com/snapbolt. Wasn't our day today, but we'll get them next time. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.